What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to the TV Toycast YouTube channel. Today we are unboxing from McFarlane Toys. It is Batman the Animated Series. It is Wave 3. It is Batgirl. Of course, this is a part of the Maxi Zeus Build-A-Figure wave. We've actually got two parts of him already, so this will actually be his lower half, as you can see. Of course, we got Batgirl there in her classic gray and blue. We got a little bit of the cell shading there. Some people don't like it, some do. I'm a little indifferent either way. Lots of extra hands with this one, so plenty of hands to choose from. We got the trading card in the back. Classic Batman the Animated Series 12 plus on this one. Of course, from McFarlane Toys. This line has been going a while. The most recent wave, which featured, well, not the most recent, the one before, because I believe it was Wave 4, had Bane, Poison Ivy, Hardak, which is like the robot Batman, and, gosh, Killer Croc, maybe? I don't remember the last character, but I didn't buy them all when I saw them because these are a $30 price point. They're a little expensive to pull the trigger on, to be totally honest with you. And a lot of those are like you can't find them now, so I'm like, oh gosh. So I don't know. I may have to end up falling out of this line, unfortunately. They're all really good, but it's one of those things. The expensive price point does make it a little bit hard. And McFarlane, I'll be honest here. A big reason why I got into McFarlane, and this is a couple of years ago, was that their price point didn't go up. They were sticking at the $19.95, $19.99 price point when everyone else was kind of up to about $23. And since then, they have almost doubled that. Right now, their collector's editions are around $35, and their regulars are probably going to be about $25 to $27. It's like, gosh, dang. When the price point started going up, it really made me question how many of these I actually needed, especially when it comes to some of the obscure characters. So, again, I think with any line or any collectible, you have to vote with your wallet. And these, unfortunately, I think are going to be falling by the wayside. I am going to complete the Maxi Zeus wave. And I think I have Bane, and I think I have Phantasm, I believe. Is the other one? I think that was the other character from Wave 4. If I can track down Poison Ivy and Hardak, I will definitely do it. But I looked online. I think Hardak was going for like $60, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. So I guess time will tell. Sometimes these do show back up, so we'll see. Of course, we've unboxed a couple of these already. We've got a couple of pieces of Maxi Zeus down here. We've unboxed Two-Face, and we've unboxed Lightning Strike Batman. Christmas with the Joker was also really hard to come by, but I did eventually get that on Target.com. So, again, it's one of those things where I want them, but I don't know how bad I want them. Do you guys ever experience that with your collections where you're like, they're cool? Don't know if they're that cool. So we'll see what happens, of course. And a lot of times, it's not even so much that I don't want them. It's that there's other stuff I want more, and I say this a lot. You have to kind of vote with your wallet, and you have to vote for what makes you happy, and buy what you're excited about, because there's so much out there. You don't want to buy stuff just to be buying stuff sometimes, or I'm going to buy this because I know it'll sell, and we all do it. I mean, I did that just the other day with some Masterverse figures, where I bought one because I thought if I don't buy this now, I may miss it, and I actually made the right call. It was a Beast Man from the new Eternia line. And I went back. They also had Roboto and King Randor, but they had multiples of those. And I went back when I had some more money after a payday, and I picked those up, and they had one of each. So I was like, well, I definitely made the right call there, because Beastman probably would not have been there had I waited. So sometimes you have to do that. But of course, all four figures builds Maxi Zeus. You get the 4 trading cards, which is cool. Again, I'm not a fan of that because you don't get all your You don't get all the trading cards of all the characters. There's no Maxi Zeus trading card, which I think is a mistake. I think there should be some way to get that, maybe. I don't know how you do it. Maybe you include it with one of the other characters. But two of the other Build-A-Figure characters I got were Condiment King and Lockup. That's Lockup or Lockdown? I think it was Lockup. And again, no trading card, which kind of makes the trading cards not as exciting for me in this situation. So, again, let me know what you guys think. I think it'd be cool to get them somehow, even if it's like a mail-away situation or, I don't know, proofs of purchase. That's a little archaic, I think, in 2025, but that was all the rage back in the day, right? Of course, I'd be max like, oh, dang it, I threw it away. I have it, but I have no proofs of purchase. But maybe if there's a way to, like, hey, send us, $5, we'll send you a card. I don't know. I think most people would probably be okay with that. Of course, we got the trading card here. McFarlane, always good on the trading cards. A lot of companies. Of course, we got Batgirl right there. Very, very cool. Real name, Barbara Gordon. A presence in Batman's world ever since she forcibly inserted herself into it. The tenacious Barbara Gordon has spent her life following in the footsteps of her hero father, Commissioner James Jim Gordon. Well, James Gordon has done much to help Gotham City, As one of the few honorable cops on the Gotham City Police Force, Barbara has done even more as Batgirl. Wow, what a backhanded compliment. Her dad's a hero, but she's done better. That's horrible. I love it, though. I don't know who writes these cards, but they need a raise. Cool stuff, cool trading card. Like I said, a lot of extra hands here. I've never been a big extra hands guy. That's my personal opinion. I gotta cut all these freaking twist ties. And honestly, for no other reason than it feels a little unnecessary to have that many different ones. I think it's cool to have options, but I feel like at the end of the day, it's like, man, I don't know if 6 sets of hands is necessary. My opinion. But let me know in the comments down below what you think. Maybe some people like all the hands. I feel like, for me, a lot of these will just end up lost, and then it's like, well, what good did that do? I just ended up losing them anyway, so. Like, as you can see, I didn't even take them out of there. There's no other accessories besides hands, so I think fists will be fine. Very, very petite figure. Very, very, very small. I'm not a fan of the small feet on these. I think some stands would have been nice. And again, McFarlane, big on the stands. We don't get stands with these. So I can't say that I like that. I think they did reuse some of the molds from DC Direct on these, because DC Direct did these way back in the day. Of course, DC Direct gave us a lot of other characters we haven't got from McFarlane. The guys like the Ventriloquist, I know they did, and a few others. I do have a Clayface in this line as well that I picked up from Best Buy, which is cool. That'll be coming up. The red hair there. I don't know if I like the cell shading there. I don't normally dislike the cell shading, but I also don't feel like it's necessary. Let's see if she stands up. I have a feeling this one will be a hard one to stand up. Which, honestly, that makes any collectible kind of not one you want to keep in that case. We got Maxie Zeus's legs here. Of course, that's for Steve Hoker there. Sitting under the old Zeus skirt, which is kind of molded on there, which is nice. You don't have to worry about losing it. Got a split there, so you can kind of split the legs apart. Single jointed knees on these, very stiff. Again, you think for a $30 price point, it would be kind of like better, maybe. I don't know. Not horrible. Like I said, I'm not complaining. It's just I feel like this could be better. We can't put this together yet, though, because we got the legs, and I've got the other parts here. Only a few, as it were. We got the head, Maxie Zeus's head right here, and I'm going to throw it on the ground just like that, right underneath my tripod. We got the Maxie Zeus head. We got one of the hands with the lightning sword thing. Then we got the 2 arms here. So can't really put anything together yet, but we got a lot of parts. One more left to do. But I'll kind of get this stuff out of the way. But Batgirl, not a bad figure. A little small, but I also feel like, what do you guys think about Build-A-Figures in general? And I feel like I'm kind of over Build-A-Figures in a lot of ways. Mattel's diving into them a little bit more. Like, I think she even fell over right there. Yeah, she did. So I have a feeling, because I put these on that rotating stand to do glamour videos, kind of do like that 360 spin, and I have a feeling certain figures do not like to cooperate on that, and I have a feeling she will be one of them. Just because like those feet are so small, it's hard to stand up, which I don't think I like. So these might be going into the previously owned pile at some point. We shall see, of course. But I would like to see through this Build-A-Figure, but the next wave, I don't know. We will see what happens. But Build-A-Figures in general, I think, are interesting because it's getting to a point, at least for me, where I'm like, if there's 3 figures I like, I'll buy them. And that 4th one, it's like, okay, but how bad do I want the Build-A-Figure? And we're going to see it with some upcoming Mattel Legends line because they're including Build-A-Figures there, like they're doing Bob Backlund. Doesn't interest me a lot, but Diamond Stud does. So I'm like, you have to kind of pick and choose sometimes, and sometimes that means buying an entire wave to get that Build-A-Figure. It is what it is sometimes. With the Monday Night Wars, by and large, I have not done those because a lot of the Build-A-Figures didn't interest me a lot, so we'll see what happens. But overall, not a bad figure. Could be better, but it's not bad for what it is. I do like that Batman the Animated Series is getting representation, but I'm not going to lie. I was very surprised that I like Super Friends, so I like those so much better than these. That style of figure works so much better. In fact, I think if they did Batman the Animated Series in that scale, I would actually like that even more. Give us the cheaper price point, minimal articulation, but give us kind of everybody. Now that may be a little harder because you got guys like Clayface and Bane who are bigger, but still, I think by and large you can make it happen. But I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you collecting Batman the Animated Series? Do you like these? Are you in on them? Out of them? I don't see them sitting on the pegs a lot. Every now and then I'll see one figure, but they tend to move. So I guess people are digging them. So I guess you have to vote with your wallet on this one. But Batgirl, pretty cool addition to the line. Like I said, I'm excited to build Maxie Zeus. And he'll get like his own little mini review on the next episode, which will be on the next version of this, which will be Christmas with the Joker, which is a really fun looking figure. But other than that, I don't know. Not sure beyond that. We shall see, of course. But of course, check out my other unboxing videos. I'm doing 3 unboxings every single week. In this past week, I unboxed 3 really fun new figures. On Monday, it was Slappy from the Goosebumps Night of the Living Dummy Trick or Treat Studios line. Really, really cool. Love the Goosebumps line. So much fun. I unboxed Slappy on Monday. On Wednesday, I looked at Manny Faces from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line. Kind of diving into Masterverse. Really digging those a lot. I'm really hoping DC gives us Mattel gives us DC figures in that scale. I think that'd be pretty cool if they did. I think that'd be a game changer too for a lot of people. And then finally on Friday, I unboxed Matt Hardy from the Big Rubber Guys from Major over there. Really, really cool stuff. Check all of those out right here on the channel. And, of course, check out my other videos like What's on the Pegs, dropping every Saturday, all about what I'm finding out there in my toy hunts. And then, of course, once a month, dropping Tales of the Toy Box. This week was all about, or this past episode, as a matter of fact, was all about Toy Biz X-Men Series 1. Really, really fun stuff. And then finally, check out the TB Toycast podcast, the flagship, over 200 episodes and counting. So much fun. Me and Travis dropping new episodes every week. We have a different main event covering a classic toy line, as well as all the news and happenings in the toy world that particular week. So check that out wherever you get your podcast. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you guys for checking out the TB Toycast YouTube channel. That is Batgirl from Batman the Animated Series, and we will see you in the toy aisle.
Yeah. One more time. It ain't over till I say it's over. So lock the cage up, cause this is a takeover. The wait's over. If this the final time we meet, then you'll be on your back on my feet. Then I'll tip the cage over as a hangover. I'm super fly so I can splash off the top. And I can shut down the shot.